hello. Let me brighten this because it's dark. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'll wait for you guys to come in. It seems spicy. Hi, say hi. Hey guys, welcome back. So say hi. You know how we do on this channel? We come in and we introduce ourselves and we say hi. I'm gonna wait till a couple more people come in because usually people come in a little bit late. I'm not gonna wait too long before I get the topic started, right? Hi. No one's saying hi. I don't bite. And I don't mean you evil. So, right? Hi. Come in and say hi in the chat room. Okay, maybe you're afraid to say hi. That's fine. They left. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this video, and before I start this video, I'm going to open it with a little prayer. A prayer for good things, to remove bad things from your life, to remove bad things from my life. This video, we're going to talk about the types of lovers that you're going to encounter in your life. And when I say lovers, I'm not talking about people you have sex with. It's just going to be people. It could be people you have sex with, or it can also be people who just love you, you know. And not everybody loves the same. Not everybody experiences love the same, right? So not everyone is capable of loving the same way, right? And the type of haters you can encounter in this life. Woo! And I have a theory. For every lover that you experience in this life, there's a hater. Again, so a lover is not someone who you're necessarily intimate with, whether sexually or whether via communication or any kind of thing. Thank you for coming in. Say hi in the chat box. Hi. No one's saying hi. Say hi in the chat room. I said hi twice. Okay. So it's basically the kind of lover. So this is my theory. For every lover, there's a hater, right? For every lover, there's a hater. And then when you get to, hi, Emmy, thank you for saying hi. Hi, House of Spring Joy Collections. Like that name. Everybody needs to go to Black Education TV. Make sure you subscribe and out on the bell. Okay, so Black Education TV. Sounds good. Oh, just remember, on this channel, I don't care what color you are. No racism, no sexism, because all these things are to divide people. And I have restrictions on what I allow on this channel. Relationship between consenting adults. Yes. There's no sexism on this channel. There's no genderism on this channel. There is no, what is this? If you hate homosexuals, this is not the channel for you. If you hate religious folk, I don't hate all religious folks. I just hate the people who did this to me. That's all. If you hate Black people, this is not the channel for you. If you are racist or you hate white people, this is not the channel for you. If you hate evil, this is the channel for you. If you love evil, go elsewhere. Okay? An enemy and it's the same thing. Enemy and haters are the same thing. They just uploaded a video about your last live stream, right? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, why not? Okay, so I'll go. Did you like this last video? The last video that I just did, or a couple of ones earlier? Very important generational curses. Oh, yeah. Okay, so haters and enemies are basically the same thing, but they're different levels of enemies. They're different kinds of enemies, different levels of enemies. I didn't even know these things until I figured out I had enemies. I never even knew I had enemies until I got tossed into this program. I never knew that people had enemies. I thought the only people on the planet who had enemies were successful people. Until you get thrown into fucked up programs, excuse my language, like this, and then you're like, I have to stop speaking with my hands. Because when you speak with your hands, I speak like Caribbean person, so you speak in your hands and your fingers. And I realized that some of the signs when you speak with your hands can be misconstrued for signs of, what? And that's not my style, right? Okay, so just remind me not to speak with my hands, right? So, all right, so what we want to do is, before we start, this video is about the types of lovers and the types of haters that you have. I don't have all the answers. I'm just going by what I experienced in my 38 years. I don't have all the answers. So you may agree with some, and you may have had different experiences. So if you've had a lover or a hater, and I don't call it out, I don't point it out, or I've never experienced it, don't be afraid to share it with someone. And this is the kind of video where you want a pen and a paper to take notes, okay? Because this kind of information is going to save your life. Okay, so before we do that, this is going to be a week of like prayer and reversing evil stuff in our life. So I'm going to start this off with prayer. I'm still talking with my hands again. With a prayer, okay, and I pray to the universe. I always tell people this, because no one can say the universe doesn't exist. No one can say the universe doesn't give life. It does both. It gives life and it destroys. No one can say that the universe doesn't listen, because scientists have discovered there's a mathematical code in the universe, okay? It lives. They discovered that the universe lives, okay? It's not just beings in the universe that lives. No, the actual universe exists. It lives, it breathes, it grows, it expands. This is life. The universe expands. So it tells you the fabric of the universe itself, there is life. It is life, okay? Okay, so if you don't pray to the universe and you're going to have a problem with someone praying to the universe, this is not a channel for you. Remember, there's something for everyone, and not everything is for everyone, right? Okay, so we're going to go to pray to the universe, because this is 7 days. I'm going to be hopefully going through this for 7 days, and it's 7 days of prayer, okay? So we're going to start off by a quick prayer, okay? Again, sometimes when I pray, I begin to see stuff. If I go in and I see stuff, and you hear me say stuff, don't fall out in your chair. Make sure your seatbelt is on if you're driving, okay? Because sometimes I can read people near and far away, okay? It's going to be a quick, short prayer, okay? So, all right, let me just go there. Okay, so universe, I come to you because, again, you grow, you expand, you give life, you destroy. There's love, there's hate. These are some of the paradigms you live in on this planet. You are heaven. We are not going to heaven. We are already heavenly beings. Even though some of us came out from under the earth, we are already, there is no heaven, because the earth exists in the universe, and the universe is in the heavens, which means we are already heavenly beings. And let us understand this concept that we are already heavenly beings, because planet Earth, is in the universe. The second thing is, when you get put into these programs, it's hard to see love. It's hard to experience love. And even people who are not even in these programs, it's hard for them to see and recognize love. But even Solomon said it, there's a time to love and there's a time to hate. And sometimes when you get put into these programs, you receive more hate than love. But there's a balance in everything that is in life. For every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. So anyone who's going through anything today, they're being hated on, they're being despised on, they're being treated like dirt. Even Jesus, who was on a cross and the whole world was against him, he still had one person, Mary Magdalene, who loved him. For every lover, there's a hater, and for every hater, there's a lover. Even if you're going through this world and you feel like no one loves you, for every lover, there's a hater, and for every hater, there's a lover. My desire today for everyone, including myself, is that they find love where there is hate. And for everyone who's experiencing hate, let there be love. And for everyone who's experiencing love, they have to know that there are haters. Again, everyone who has never experienced love, true love in all its forms, open the floodgates. Not love bombing, which is psychopathy, which is abusing a person and then telling them you love them. That's psychosis. Not ritual love, where you do all these gaslighting on the person and then tell them you love them. That's not love. That is madness. No, real, genuine love in all its forms, from short-term to long-term to situational types of love. All love in all the different aspects. Help people who have never experienced love today get a dose of it today. And those who are in love, they need to know, when you are living in love and people love you, there's always haters. So help them to see the opposite of love, which is enemies and haters who will hate you just because someone loves you. And help them to see all the different kinds of hatred. Okay? So let's go in. All right. So today we're going to talk about types of lovers and types of haters. Hi, El Shabar. Thank you for joining. Okay, so here's the question. Which one do you want me to start with first? You want the bad news first, or you want the good news first? You want the types of haters first, or you want the types of lovers first? Hi, True Crimes. Which one do you want me to start with first? You want the haters first, or you want the lovers first? Let me know in the chat box. Haters first or lovers first? I say haters first, but it's your choice. No one? Haters, okay. Anybody else? Haters, lovers, haters, lovers. Haters, hi, Amy. Haters, lovers. One more. Haters, lovers, haters, lovers. Okay, I'll do haters first. Get a pen and paper. The first kind of hater, the most powerful, hateful force on the planet. It's what I call the eternal haters. These are people who come in through the matrix because they know your spirit before you incarnated. They know you. These are eternal haters or eternal enemies. They know you before you incarnated. And they incarnated the same time as you with an eternal hatred. An eternal hatred is you don't know where this is coming from. Thank you, Deneb. We're on haters. You don't know where this is coming from. You never met the person. You never spoke to the person. But this person wants to know everything about you. And they have one type of energy directed at you. Pure hatred. Eternal haters. They hate. What are the characteristics of eternal haters? They hate everything about you and your existence. Remember, these are eternal. Think about the word eternal. Eternal means from everlasting past to everlasting future. You know that infinity symbol, the infinity symbol, right? So eternal means infinity, meaning it doesn't end. It just goes on and on and on. These are eternal haters. You cannot love them because they will not change. You cannot be around them because they are hell-bent on destroying you. Some of the characteristics of eternal haters is that your existence Do you understand what I'm telling you? The fact that you incarnated, the fact that you are on this plane in the flesh is a problem to them. Okay? This is why I said in the last video, if you know you forgive and you have a problem not withholding your gift of forgiveness, you got to go to another channel. Because forgiveness is not something you give out freely. Okay? Forgiveness is something that must be earned. Okay? So, the characteristics of eternal haters or eternal enemies is your existence. You existing, living, breathing, working, standing, laughing, singing, sitting, dancing, moving, not speaking, speaking, eating, not eating, sitting up straight, bending over, jumping, reading, writing, dreaming, sleeping, waking. Everything about you. The fact that you exist in the flesh, they hate. That is the number one characteristic of eternal haters. You don't know where it came from, because eternal haters, some of them you have in your family. Some of them are friends. Some of them you've never met. And you're like, but I don't even know this person. How the hell this person hates me with a vengeance? You know, thought blockers, with a vengeance, and I don't even know them. And you see that look on their face. You know, like when you turn your back, you know, this is how you catch some of them. You walk. Some of them you can feel the hatred hitting you. And some of them, when you leave them and you turn around, you see their face and it changes in your life. And then when you catch them, they're like, eternal haters. How do you deal with eternal haters? You have to be able to identify them. Some of them are long range, meaning they will hate you from a distance. But not all eternal haters hate you from a distance. Some of them try to get close to you to fulfill their eternal desire upon you, which is to destroy you. Eternal haters. The most important thing you need to know is you need to be able to identify an eternal hater. Okay, they're the worst in the bunch. They're the worst because you have done nothing to make them hate you. And you can do nothing to change. You cannot change the mind or the spirit of an eternal hater. You can't. You can't. This is why I tell people, you cannot go around forgiving everything. You cannot go around forgiving everything. You cannot forgive people who are hell-bent on destroying you. You have a right to life, love, peace, happiness, financial blessings. You have a right to these things. You have a right to have friends and family. You have the right to have a home. You have the right to live in peace, sleep in peace, love, have sex, don't have sex, eat, drink, party, dance, have friends. You have the right to have these things. But an eternal hater does not want you to have this. Okay? Okay. Now, where can eternal hater be? Eternal hater, they know you before you know them. Let me say it again. An eternal hater knows you before you know them. An eternal hater knows you before you discover they're an eternal hater. Right? So you need to know their characteristics. Right. Does anyone get that one? Does everyone get the eternal haters? And nothing you do, just remember, because some of you think, oh, if I do this, it'll change them. If I do this, I'll make them like me. No, 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 no. Nothing you do is going to make them like you. They are eternal haters. Infinity symbol, haters. Okay, so then we go to the opportunistic haters. The second one, let you know they've hated you all along. They're not eternal haters. They don't hate you because you exist or you came into this plane. These are the haters that wait for the opportunity to let you know they've hated you. What are the characteristics of the opportunistic hater? The opportunistic hater will get close to you. An opportunistic hater will get close to you. An opportunistic hater may or may not participate in your destruction, like a saboteur. You know, a person who hates you, and behind the scenes they'll try to sabotage things in your life so it cannot work, and then laugh at you when it goes wrong. Opportunity. When an opportunity knocks for you to be humiliated, disgraced, put to shame, ridiculed, mocked, slandered, lose a job, lose this, lose that, lose this, lose that, the opportunistic hater is there. Either they're in the front, letting you know that they hated you all along. Are you guys here? Is anybody here? No one is. Guys, we chime in here. I need to know she's right, she's wrong. We got to chime in here, right? So an opportunistic hater. Okay, Adrian, thank you. Does any of this make sense to anyone? Because no one's chiming in. Everyone is like quiet. And I'm like, usually we go back and forth. Okay, Denab, okay, good. Okay. Thanks, Yosheba. I froze. Haters. The opportunistic haters are, yeah, they you know how they do on YouTube. Every time I hit too close to home, they're like, freeze. You know how they are, right? Okay, so the opportunistic hater, right? Okay, good. These are the ones. These are the ones that they may or may not get close to you. Okay, depending on what kind of opportunity is in front of you. Let's say you're working on something big, right? That could make you more money and more fame or whatever, right? An opportunistic hater, when they see the scale of what you're working on, they're going to want to be close to you because they want to be as close to sabotaging what you do as much as possible so that when you end up looking like an idiot, when you end up looking like a failure, okay, they want to be the ones to say, ha ha. Okay, what's another characteristic of an opportunistic hater? An opportunistic hater is only there when there's opportunity. If you call an opportunistic hater that's in your close circle when you need help, they're not there. If you ask for help from an opportunistic hater, they're not there because that's not what they're there for. You understand? They are only there when there's an opportunity to hate you. And they cannot afford to see you succeed, okay, without them trying to sabotage your opportunities. Okay? An opportunistic hater. You cannot call an opportunistic hater when you have an emergency and you have a flat tire and your tire broke down on the highway. The opportunistic hater, when your tire breaks down on the highway and you call the opportunistic hater, they will hang up the phone and call the biggest gossip. Okay, let me not do that because these symbols, I'm trying to talk here and I talk with my hands and I realize some of these things, this is phone, but this symbol also. The opportunistic hater will look for the opportunity. Let's say a car breaks down on the highway. I'm still talking with my hands. Let's say a car breaks down on the highway and you make the mistake of calling the opportunistic hater, okay? You say, look, my car broke down on the highway and I need some help. When you hang up that phone, the opportunistic hater is not going to call a towing service. They're going to call the biggest gossip they know on the planet to make sure and tell the biggest gossip they know on the planet that your car broke down on the highway. And then they'll say the reason why your car broke down on the highway is because you didn't pay your car note. And then say your car got towed away. Why? Because it was an opportunity to make you look like an idiot. Opportunistic haters, they get close, okay? They get close to you because they look for opportunities to humiliate, destroy, bring down, embarrass, or degrade you. Opportunistic haters. Some other characteristics. Remember, you cannot call an opportunistic hater when you have an emergency. You cannot call an opportunistic hater when you have problems. You cannot call an opportunistic hater when you need help. Okay? Because they will turn all these things around and use it as an opportunity to humiliate, degrade, and embarrass you. Opportunistic haters. Opportunistic haters get either close to you, where they could do the most damage, or they're further away from you, but they're still involved in your circle. And let me show you the second part of how they work. If they're not directly close to the opportunistic haters, they will make sure that they're close to people who are close to you. And every time you have an opportunity to excel in life, they will try to influence the unstable people in your circle not to help you go forward. Why? Because it's an opportunity to destroy you. Opportunistic haters. Okay? Opportunistic haters. Then we have the third one we have are strategic haters. Okay? Strategic haters. Okay? These people are long-term haters, meaning they're in it for the long haul. Okay? Hating is a business model for them, meaning they are the CEO, okay, of Haterade. They are the president of the United Hateration of America. Okay, they are the executive, okay, of Hateration. Okay, these are long-term haters. Okay, they're in it for the long haul. Strategic haters. What are the characteristics of strategic haters? They are masterminds at planning and strategizing a hatred scheme. Let me say that again. They are masterminds at planning. You know how the military have military strategy? You know how the military, they have these, what do you call them? These are analysts, military analysts. They have hateration analysts. They have hateration strategies. Strategic haters. Strategic haters, the first characteristics. These are dangerous haters because they're masterminds at planning. Unlike opportunistic haters who just look for an opportunity. So whenever there's any type of opportunity in your life to make you look good, the opportunistic hater is there. The eternal hater is there permanently because that's their very nature, right? But the strategic hater is there because they plan for this. Wake up, people. There are people who go about planning the destruction of people. Kind of like this program. Strategic haters are masters at planning. That's the first characteristics. The first characteristic. What's the second characteristic? Exactly. What's the second characteristic of a strategic hater? Okay? They're multidimensional. They're long-term planners, but they're multidimensional. What does that mean? They work, when they plan their strategy, they look at your whole sphere of influence, meaning the people you influence and the people who influence you. So when they plan, they strategize to go to the people who influence you, kind of like a boss, right? And they go to the people who you influence, kind of like an employee or another co-worker. In a family, they could go to things like your parents, right? And if you're in a ministry, then they go to people that you influence in your ministry, right? Think about that. Strategic haters. Strategic haters work on many levels. They're multi-dimensional. Okay, because remember, they're strategists. They plan things out. They think things through. Okay, they think things through, meaning they strategize a plan and they analyze the plan. Okay, I hate this person and I want to destroy this person. How can I successfully go about destroying this person? I notice that this person has a strong family and they also have a strong community. I have to attack on two fronts at the same time. And I have to make the attack as explosive as possible in order to weaken the confidence of those around them. I have to make the plan big, I have to make the plan strong, and I have to hit them one after the next in order to destroy their, in order to destroy the trust that the people have around them. Strategic haters. Strategic haters. Strategic haters. They strategize your downfall. Okay? Strategic haters also have, what is that? That is the New York State of ain't that the truth? Then that is the truth, okay? But strategic haters, they have a get out of jail card. Okay, what does that mean? The eternal haters don't give a damn, okay? They are like, if I go, you go. I hate you, and I don't care if I destroy myself by destroying you, because I hate you that much. That's eternal haters. Your opportunistic haters, when the opportunity to destroy you backfires on them, they switch up really quickly and say, I was with you all along. I was cheering you all along. Meanwhile, they were like, you're a hater. You're like, no, I wasn't a hater. I was just concerned. Remember, they're opportunistic. When the opportunistic haters gets busted, they were like, no, I believed in you all along. You're like, you're a hater. No, I was with you. My concern was that, you might fail. So, I wanted to make sure that you had the right advice. Meanwhile, they hate you. The strategic hater is different. The strategic hater has a get out of jail bail card. Because remember, they plan. They plan. You understand? Strategic haters plan. So they have a contingency plan like, if I'm going to take down this powerful person and I'm going to use someone powerful, I need to bribe that person. So if this backfires on me and they run to the police, I've already bribed the police. So the police, the police are just going to be like, I'm going to cover this up because I got my bribes. They plan their way of escape. Strategic haters plan as an escape route. Okay? Strategic haters plan an escape route in case their strategy of hateration doesn't work. Then you have the psychotic haters. The psychotic haters. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Psychotic haters. Is anyone there? Psychotic haters. What are psychotic haters? Psychotic haters. These are the ones that These are the ones that literally goes insane. Literally, at anything you do. These are the psychotic haters. You are their life. Okay? Your waking up in the morning is their life. Your breathing is their life. What clothes you wear is their life. How you speak is their life. What you think is their life. What you do is their life. What shoes you wear is their life. Psychotic haters. They literally go into a tizzy of hateration at every damn thing you do. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? They go crazy at everything. And you're like, get a life. Get a life. And you're telling them get a life and they still don't get it. Because your life, they believe that your life should be theirs. They believe, let me tell you what I've encountered. I've encountered people, because this program is crazy, and I denounce this program day and night, that are jealous that they're not in this program because of the attention. I've encountered people who are jealous of me because they're not in this program, because this program gives them a level of attention they want. I'm like, don't you hear me complaining about this madness? Don't you hear me? Psychotic haters. Oh, you just like the attention. Are you nuts? This kind of attention? Running around with implants? Can't control your eyeball? Have a talking stomach? No privacy? And they're jealous because they're like, well, why should you get that attention? I'm like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Psychotic haters. I'm like, are you nuts? Well, why should you get that kind of attention? I'm like, who in their right mind wants this kind of attention? Thanks, Maria. No, seriously. Psychotic, and you're like, the psychotic haters. You cannot decipher. You cannot understand their reasoning. The characteristics of psychotic haters. If you sit and try to understand their reasoning, you become psychotic. You go nuts. You will be scratching your head for days trying to figure out what the hell kind of reasoning is this? Psychotic haters. I've encountered them. Wanting to be in this program for the attention. I'm like, are you crazy? Because New York is a city where people come to get fame. So there are people in New York City that see this program as a way of fame. I'm like, getting hacked this generation is crazy. Psychotic haters. Having all your private business blasted all over the place. People you don't know knowing you. I have encountered people who were jealous of me because they just listen, I got it badly. They dragged me through the mud. Man, I was like Diana. You see how they hunted Diana and dragged her all over the newspaper? That's what I get in New York daily. People I don't know, I've encountered people because this is a city where people come to get fame. And people want to be in this program because it allows them to be famous. Psychotic haters. And they will hate you because you're in this program and they're not. Psychotic haters. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? And I just look at them like, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. I'm like, what? It's the social media generation where any kind of, I'm like, listen, getting your privacy violated, where you can't even use the restroom without taking the goddamn lights off. Having people know the ins and outs of you is not fame, but to them it is. Because we live in a generation where to be famous, you just make a porno video or sex video and you can get millions of dollars and $1 million contracts. So people are looking, I'm telling you, TIs, I'm the first to tell you this. People are becoming TIs to become famous. People are becoming TIs to become famous. You heard it here first. Because it's a means to become famous. They don't have a clue. Psychotic haters. Characteristics of psychotic haters. Their reasoning for wanting to be you makes no goddamn sense. The second characteristic of a psychotic hater is that nothing that brings you anything, whether good or bad, they want you to have. Meaning something good happens to you, their psychosis makes them hate you because you got it. That includes if it's bad. Now, the eternal haters want bad to happen to you eternally. The opportunistic haters, they look for opportunities to make bad shit happen to you. The strategic haters plan for bad shit to happen to you. The psychotic haters hate you because bad shit happened to you, because they want it to happen to them, because they want to be you. Psychotic haters. Last but not least are the destroying haters. Destroying haters. The eternal haters hate you from eternity past to eternity future. The opportunistic haters, they look for opportunities to hate you. The strategic haters plan. The psychotic haters don't make any damn sense. And the destroying haters. Oh. El Shava says, I look at these people like they're in the zoo. It helps. The destroying haters. Destroy, 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 destroy. I forgot to mention something about the opportunistic haters. The opportunistic haters, the difference between the opportunistic hater and the destroying haters is this. Some opportunistic haters will get close to you to help you grow. You understand? Help you grow. Maybe even help you grow too quickly. You know? Like pushing you into a position that you know you sure damn not ready for. Just for you to get it. And then just to see you fall from the highest heights. They just push you all the way up. Because the higher up you go, the lower down it takes to hit the floor. The opportunistic hater will get close to you. And the opportunistic hater will use a good opportunity to help you grow. Just for you to get very high up. And then pull the rug out from under you. Just to watch you tumble and fall from the heights. The destroying hater. What do you think the destroying hater does? The destroying hater destroys, 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 destroys. Everything. These comment sections have me on the floor, man. Woo! Thank you. Woo! The destroying haters. They don't even wait for you to build anything. If you as much as think it, they bat it down. If you say, I think I'm going to go back to school. But why? You don't know how to read. You're like, huh? Everything you touch, they will be there to destroy. Every dream you have, they will be there to destroy. Every insight you have, they will be there to destroy. Every time you learn something new, they'll be there to tell you it's wrong. Every time you do something right, they'll be there to tell you it's no good. Every time you stand up, they'll be there to sit you down. Every time you walk, they'll be there to push you to run. Every time you run, they'll be there to hold you back. Every time you jump, they'll be there to pull you like gravity. The destroying haters. The destroying haters. The destroying, can I get an amen ra? Can I get an amen? Hello, church. The destroying haters. And God forbid that you have a destroying hater. Now, a destroying hater can be an undercover hater. A destroying hater can be an undercover, like some of you that are watching me in this video right now and refuse to sign into the chat room. A destroying hater can be an undercover hater. Can I get an amen to the undercover, amen ra, to the undercover haters? The destroying haters, this is the characteristics. Basically, yep. The destroying hater will smile in your face. They will be there for you when you have an emergency. They will give you food to eat. They will give you water to drink when you're in the desert. When you cry, they will shed a tear. When you smile, their teeth will glow like the rainbow. When you swim, they will be there to ward off the sharks. When you hike, they will be there to pull you up. When you jump out of a plane, they will be your wings and your parachute. This is one side of them. Because their end goal is to destroy you. And in order to destroy you, you cannot know you're in the presence of an enemy. The destroying hater. The destroying hater. And then when you least expect it, and you've gained or they've gained your trust, they destroy. They destroy. And then they tell you, I made you. I can destroy you. The destroying haters. Then there's the second kind of destroying hater. These are the ones, okay? And the first kind usually works with a network of the second kind. Let me show you how. With the destroying hater, there will be the destroying hater to help push you up. But they will have a network of haterlings, that is baby haters, working beneath them, like little gremlins. They will have the hater dawn, the dawn of hateration will work with you. And his little haterlings, his baby haters, will be his little network. Okay? This is the second aspect of how the destroying haters work. Everything you touch, and they usually work with networks, the destroying haters, because they got to get far and wide in order to destroy everything around you. Okay? Look carefully. Why am I telling you? Yeah, it's funny what I'm telling you, but you got to pay attention to the people in your life. Everything you touch, you notice, hey, this is funny. Every time I get some kind of good fortune, Something always happens, and it's the same damn person who's always around me. That's a sign. Let me say it again. Let me repeat myself. Every time something happens to me, and it's good, something happens to destroy the good, and it's always the same goddamn person around me. Haterlings. Baby haters. Haterlings are working behind the scenes. Haterlings usually use a network, okay? The dawn of hateration orchestrates the machination to completely destroy you. But he doesn't want you to know the dawn of hateration for a destroying hater doesn't want you to know until the opportune time that he was a hater. He has a network of haterlings, that is baby haters under them, who is there to make sure everything you touch turns to dust. Destroying haters. And some of you are asking, hey, but if the underlings are there to destroy everything you touch, how can the dawn of hateration help you get to the top? Aha! Because there are things, there may be one avenue that he wants you to take. You understand? One avenue. Thank you, House of Spring Joy Collections. There may be one avenue he wants you to take because he knows he can maximize that avenue if you get there and make the most out of it. Let me draw a connection here. The dawn of destroying haters, that is the dawn, or el presidente, or el comandante of the destroying haters, does not want to destroy you without it benefiting him financially. Let me repeat that. The eternal haters are not in it for the money. The opportunistic haters, they don't want you to get money. So if they have an opportunity to make you look like an idiot, they're there. And if the money can go to them, that's great too. But as long as you look like an idiot, they're happy. The strategic haters usually are in it for the money. The psychotic haters don't give a damn whether they're in it for the money. They just want to be you. Okay? The destroying haters are in it for the money. Destroying you is a business, much like the strategic haters. The strategic haters will destroy you whether or not they get paid. But the destroying haters got to get something for it because they got to be the one to say, I did it. Destroying haters. And the dawn of destroying haters, el presidente, el comandante of hateration. He has to let you maximize your potential because it's going to make him money. And when he makes you, he wants to be the one to say, I did that. And when he destroys you, he wants to be the one to say, I did that. Because when he destroys you, after he lets you climb to the top, he gets promoted. The dawn of destroying hateration. El comandante of destroying hateration. It's a science. Hatred is a science. That's what I need you guys to get. Yeah, it's funny what I'm telling you. Hatred is a science. Just like love is a science. Learn the science. Destroying haters want compensation. Some call it clout. Some call it street clout. Some call it credibility. Look at the words I'm giving you. They want some type of compensation for destroying you. Whether it's an advancement on the job, whether it's more pay, whether they advance in whatever society they're in, they got to get something in return. These are the 5 types of haters. Let me go over them again. Eternal haters, opportunistic haters, strategic haters, psychotic haters, and destroying haters. Okay? Some of them work closely with you. Some of them work from a distance. Some need networks. Some don't. Some want you to succeed only because it's been beneficial to them, and to destroy you means advancement for them. The science of hatred. The science of hatred. There is a science to hatred. Now, did that help anyone at all? Does anyone recognize any type of entities at work in these 5 types of haterations and haterades and haters? Ooh, Emmy said something powerful. She said, they play love it. They play everyone with their charisma. Keyword. Ooh, this is a good one. That's the key word of haters, of destroying haters. Charisma. That's the key. Beautiful. Make people jealous. Play the victim. They are malignant, psychopathic, narcissist, exactly, promoted in hatred is a science. Now, let me ask you something. Now that we're decoding the science of hatred, let me ask you a question. Are these the people you forgive? I'm just asking. Are these the kinds of people that you love and expect them to change? And are these the kinds of people that you forgive? Just asking. Hatred is a science. Let me say that again. Hatred is a science. Let's decode the science. Right? Does everyone get the scientific code for hatred? Do you begin to see the code for hatred? Let me show you how some of these types of haterations come in codes that we recognize. Okay? The strongest hatred code on this planet is black and white, as in people. Let's go into codes as to how it affects people on the ground. The strongest hatred code that has been infused on this planet is between 2 color codes of people, not 2 races, 2 color codes of humanity, black and white. The second code of hatred, we're going back to the science of hatred, is between 2 of the biggest religions on this planet, Christianity and Islam. You see the codes? Seeing the codes? Right? The third, which is newer, right? The third biggest code of hatred that they're now springing up from the earth, they're trying to destroy, and people are waking up to it. But people waking up and realizing, wait, hold on. Our only choice is to go back to religion or run into this, is the hatred between male and female. This is the newest hatred code. Okay? And the only choice they're giving you is to run back to the slavery of religion or run into hatred of male and female. The fourth hatred code they're hitting us with on this planet is hatred of homosexuals. I did not say ritual or weaponized homosexuals. I did not say the P word, pedo, You know I can't say these words on here. I did not say, I'm not talking about these things. I'm talking about just normal gay people living their lives. The fourth hatred code is to hate people who are peaceful, loving, human, same-sex groups. That's the fourth. I'm not talking about weaponized homosexuality or ritualized homosexuality. I'm talking about just normal homosexual people. That's the fourth hatred. That's the fourth hatred. That's the fourth hatred. Okay? And I know some of you are religion and you condemn these things and da 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 da. I'm just telling you the hate codes. Now you begin to see. Now here we go on the political spectrum. The hate codes. Watch the hate codes now on the political spectrum. Conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican. Independent, you squashed. Democrat, Republican. Right? Over in England, it's Tory and it's the other one. I can't remember. Right? You see it? You see how the hate codes go? Trump, anti-Trump. Obamites, anti-Obama. You see how the hatred codes work? You see? Exactly, El Shaba. Exactly. 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 So you see how the hate codes work? Now the hate codes are destroying human nature, right? So we see how the eternal, so understand, guys, hatred is big business. Never forget what I'm telling you. First, the first premise of hatred is it's a science. Get the science, get the knowledge. The second premise of hatred is that it's big business. Love is not a business. Well, love in the Christian church is a business. Love in the world is not a business model. Hate is a business model. The second code of hate is it's worth a lot of money. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Weaponizing a small portion of the Black community to destroy the Black community and then turning around and saying, all Black people are criminals. And then getting people to agree with it and then hating all Black people. Let me show you this one way. Weaponizing a group for 400 years and telling them that they're superior to everybody else, man, woman, and child, dog, animal, donkey, right? And they have to subdue the whole earth because they're light and they're bright and they're brilliant, Caucasian supremacy. And then telling them that God put you in charge and you got to run everything and you got to da 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 da. You understand? And then the underlings, people who are suffering under that, turn and say all white people are racist, which is not true. You understand? You see how it works? The hate codes. I'm breaking down the code of hatred in the matrix. Does it mean you trust all Black people? No. Does it mean you trust all white people? No. But these are codes. Racism and hatred. Hateration is a science. We're decoding the science of hate tonight. Yeah? We're decoding the science of hate. Hatred is a science. Hatred is a big business. Hatred is big business. People build their business models, excluding whole segments of people because of hate. It's money. Because the people who you have for your product feel superior. Hatred is a business model. Okay? Right? Now let's get into the science of love. Did that help anyone? Did that help anyone before we go into the science of love? Because we got to shift the energy from the evil people to like something good. Okay, so did that help anyone? No? It didn't help anyone? Every time I ask a question, someone runs away. You don't have to answer, but it would be nice. Okay, House of Spring Joy said yes. Okay, good. Anyone? Did it really? No, be honest. Did it really help anyone? Nobody else? Duality, divide. Emmy says, duality, divide, isolate, destroy, conquer. Bingo. 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 Remember this code. For every lover, there's a hater. For every hater, there's a lover. Remember this code. Whenever you feel like the whole world is against you, for every hater, there's a lover. This is why I'm going to teach you the code, the science of love, and the people who are around you that love you, how to spot them and how to treat them. In this program, they can make you feel like the whole world hates you. And at times you get so angry because of the hate, the undue hatred. This is why I broke down this video like this. Because all they want you to see when you're in this mess is just all different levels of hatred. And you rarely get to see your lovers. And when I say lovers, I don't mean people that you have sex with. Just people who just care about you. Okay? And we're going to break down the science of the different kinds of lovers that you have around you so you can see them. And just accept them for who they are and how they are. But you need to know, in times when you're hated, for especially people who are suicidal, don't leave this planet thinking no one loves you. For every hater, there's a lover. And for every lover, there's a hater. Right? Let's see what people are saying. I heard that before. Oh, by the way, when people were distracted with the whole, I forgot this major distraction in the news. There was a major distraction in the news. But anyway, there was a massive overhaul of benefits, Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare that just passed in the Republican Senate. There was a massive overhauling of Social Security when we were looking at some scandal that was in the news, right? So Emmy said, I wonder if they're killing off people to take retirements and Social Security of people. I wouldn't put anything past anyone. I will replay. House of Spring says, I will replay because I need to repeat that. For every hater, there's a lover. And every time there's love, when I say love, I don't mean the action of love. I mean love as in things are happening in your life. You bought a new house, you got a new car, you got some more money. You're looking good. You lost weight. You're happy. You have a boyfriend. You have a girlfriend. You have a husband. You have a wife. Someone new walks into your life. Something good happens. All these things are love. Every time something good happens in your life, all of these things are love. And every time something bad happens in your life, all of these things is hate. For every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. Now let's seek out the lovers. Let's see what's going on here. Right? M-E, they are. Okay. Yes, well said. Selling your citizenship back to the United States corporation is an option. All things are options, right? It is sad how they have made people take their life. I gotta be careful what I say on YouTube. These cheetah hoodies. That's all I call them day in and day out. These cheetah hoodies. They create an illusion around us. Yeah, they create their illusion, especially with programmed hate. Especially with programmed hate. They can make artificial hate, right? They can make artificial love and artificial hate. They can make the public love someone, and they can make the public hate and despise and vilify someone. I'm telling you, for every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. Let's get into the lovers. Woo! Okay. Let's start with the undercover lovers. Let's go into lovers. Ready? Undercover lovers. What is an undercover lover? Your undercover lover, yeah, your undercover lover. Right? An undercover lover is someone, usually they're at a distance, and they've been watching you, kind of like an eternal one. They've been watching you for a very long time. And they love you. They're in love with you. They may not know how to come close to you, but they may do things from a distance to bring joy into your life. Like all of a sudden, you're broke as hell. And then out of nowhere, you just get some money. And you're like, where did that come from? Or someone does something in your life and you're like, Where did that come from? Or they tell you, someone just left this here for you. You're like, I wonder who could this be? Undercover lovers. Some of the characteristics of undercover lovers. They watch you go through things to see what kind of character you have. They're long-term people. They usually love you the way the eternal haters hate you. Undercover lovers. Because they're in it for the long haul. But circumstance may not allow them to let you know how they feel. So they prefer to stay in the shadows and do things in your life, kind of like an angel, to let you know. Some of you say, oh my God, something good happens, and you go, oh my God, it's God. Meanwhile, it's an undercover lover of your soul. And you think, oh my God, someone does something good for you, and you think, oh my God, this is God. Meanwhile, it's an undercover lover of your soul. But because of certain circumstances, because of the things, or because they have to protect themselves, they have to love you on the low. Or they got to love you from a distance. They got to hide who they are for safety reasons. Undercover lovers know when they're working. They're usually there for an emergency. They never let you fall flat on your face. They usually know the plans of your haters. They usually know the plans of your haters and secretly protect you from them. Undercover lovers. And sometimes they come in the form you least expect, kind of like a police officer. Or even a perp. You know how some perp, they suffer like, bloop, and they're like, no, don't go to that restaurant. And you're like, what? And then they go back to being a perp, and you're like, because maybe they're not a perp by choice. And I'm not telling you love perps. I'm not telling you that. You understand? I'm not telling you like perps or side with perps. These people are crazy. No. What I'm saying is sometimes even a person who tries to masquerade, who is a hater, all of a sudden they break that shield and they look out for you. And you're like, and then you go back seeing them doing dirty ass shit and you're like, if I tell you how many times that has happened to me, undercover lovers, and do not love perps. Do not forgive perps and do not love perps. I am not siding with perps. These people are nuts. What I'm saying to you is some of them, they suffer like I don't know what it is. Like they forget to turn on their program in the morning. And then instead of trying to destroy you, they're like, hey, don't do that because so. And you're like, what? Undercover lovers, do not side with perps. Do not get close to them. Do not agree. These people are dangerous and crazy. But I'm saying, undercover lovers are those you least expect, or they use people you least expect to try to help you. And they stay in the shadows. And you may never know who they are, but they just love your soul. And they want you. They cannot come out and say, fuck, let me help this person because it's too dangerous. They got to protect themselves. But they're there. They watch everything you go through and they see your character and they do little things to help you along. Undercover lovers. Lovers of your soul. And all you got to do is just say thank you. Don't expect too much from them. Don't ask for too much from them. Just be grateful. Undercover lovers. And they love your existence and they love your soul. And they know what you're going through is goddamn wrong. But there's nothing they could really do about it. And they realize, let me help you from the shadows because I can't get involved. Undercover lovers. We all need one of them. And I've had a couple of them in this crazy ass cheetah hooded city. I had a bunch of them at the height of this madness. I had people who were undercover lovers pass me on the street and said to me, these people are, they were walking past and they would pretend they were talking on their phone and say, these people are devils, we're praying for you, and kept on walking. Then I had another one who worked on Wall Street and he was like, my friend, he was pretending like he was talking to his friend and he was like, my friend made the mistake. Yeah, my friend made the mistake and got those implants. And boy, did he learn, you're damn right about those implants. And yes, they're implanting people. And he pretended to be walking with himself, walking and talking to someone. Or you walk past the person and the person goes, you're not crazy. You know damn well what you're talking about. Undercover lovers. Or you go into a place and you go to pay for your food and someone says, it's already paid for. What do you want? Undercover lovers. They will give you a cold water. They'll give you cold water on a hot day. But you'll never know the glass came from them. Unlike the haters that will put, shit in the water and make you drink it and then laugh. Undercover lovers will give you cold water on a hot day, but you'll never know it came from them. They'll be like a refreshment to you when your soul is dry, but you'll never know it's from them. Undercover lovers. We all need one of them. Let's ask the universe for a couple of undercover lovers. Okay? Now, one of the downfalls of undercover lovers is that they may be cowards. You just have to accept it for what it is. Okay? Or they're just cautious because they're seeing the shit you go through and they don't want to get involved because it can happen to them or maybe not. You don't know. But love them the way they are and be appreciative. And sometimes, when these things happen to you, you thank God instead of saying, thank you to my undercover lover. Okay? All right. Then we have the unconditional lovers. We all know who they are. These are more likely like your parents, family members. They've seen you at your best. They've seen you at your worst. We all know. I don't have to go into too much detail about unconditional lovers, but they just love you through thick and thin. They're there for you through thick. They're there for you through thin. They're there when you're up. They're there when you're down. They're there when you're in. They're there when you're out. They're there left, right, front, center, back. They understand that the human nature has two sides. There is good in people. There is evil in people. Some people have more good. Some people have more evil. They know you, and they're there. We all need an unconditional lover. They may not have the money to help you. They may have the money to help you. We all need an unconditional lover of our souls. We all need an unconditional lover of our souls. Sometimes it's a husband, sometimes it's a wife, sometimes it's a girlfriend. We all need that unconditional lover who just loves our soul. Unconditional lovers. They just love you just the way you want it. Sometimes you want to be beautiful, sometimes you just want to look like shit. And when you look like shit, they just laugh because they're like, this is the lover of my soul. I get their energy. We're good. Sometimes you look radiant and you're beautiful, and sometimes you feel and look like you rolled out of a swamp. And they're like, come here, swamp monster. And they just love you. We all need an unconditional lover. These are the people you laugh with. These are the people you do stuff with, you talk to, you tell stuff to. These are loyal people. Loyal. They're loyal because they're there for your soul. These are people who are fearless with you. They believe you when you tell them certain things are happening to you. They listen to you. They don't just listen to you. They don't just hear you. They listen to you. They believe you. Unconditional lovers. Because they know you. They know that you're not capable of certain things they'd accuse you of. And they know the kind of character that you are. Unconditional lovers of your soul. We all need we need one of them. When they love you with a passion, when you want to just scream and break something because of these cheetah hoodies, and they just love you, and they just love you, and they just love you. And unconditional lovers, sometimes they tell you, sometimes they don't, but they just look at you and they just like, I love you. And they're loyal. They're loyal. They're loyal. Unconditional lovers. We need them. Then we have the seasonal lovers. If the season is right, they're there. If the season is wrong, they're gone. Seasonal lovers. Can I get an amen, somebody? Is anybody there? Am I talking too much? Do I need to shut up? I'm not going to speak until someone answers. Nobody's there? I need someone to answer. Nobody's there? Maybe I'm talking too much. I hope they didn't shut this thing down. Oh, okay, I think you guys are like wrapped up in, okay. I think I pulled you guys in too deep. You need a Marilyn, then you need an undercover lover. We all need one of those. Keep going. Okay, got it. Marilyn, we're going to do what we're going to do is, before we close out, we're going to pray and open up and ask the universe to expose all the kinds of haters. I didn't cover all haters. Maybe you guys know more than I do. Who knows, right? But we're going to pray that each one of us get a kind of lover that we need. Because in this programmed hatred program, where they can program people to love you and program people to hate you, we need to reprogram the programming and bring in some kind of lovers to our souls, baby. We don't deserve this kind of hatred. We don't deserve this kind of hatred. This is programmed hatred. Right? Woo! You are the background music in this room. Sounds good to me. Let's go in. The seasonal lovers. Oh, don't we hate these ones? Don't we hate the seasonal lovers? The seasonal lovers are like the opportunistic haters. If the season is right, they love you. But God help you if you go through a dry spell. They're gone. Seasonal lovers. If it's spring and life is in bloom and the future looks great, or it's summer and it's heat, and you know in the summertime is a lot of life, the plants, the birds, opportunities, this and that, they're there. But as soon as fall and spring comes, they fall. At fall and winter, they fall and they're gone. Seasonal lovers. Seasonal lovers. We can't hate them entirely, but we got to remember the key to understanding seasonal lovers is you cannot have a seasonal lover when you're going through tough times. The seasonal lover will give you everything when the season is right. The seasonal lover will give you all that loving when the season is right. So when you have a seasonal lover, you got to say to yourself, look, I can't have this seasonal lover as someone who's loyal. Because when the seasons in your life change, they're gone. But the good side, the reason why you want a seasonal lover is because they give so much when the season's right. And there's so much you can get. We need all the love we can get on this planet, okay? With these cheetah hoodies running up and down. When the season is good, they give good love. When the season is bad, they give you nada. Woo! Seasonal lovers. When the season is good, they give you honey from the dew. Woo! The love is good. But God help you if you're going through the desert. They give you sand because they're gone. Seasonal lovers. How do you navigate a seasonal lover? You cannot marry a seasonal lover. You cannot have a seasonal lover as a boyfriend. You cannot have a seasonal lover as a best friend. You see the mistakes we make? You cannot have the seasonal lover. I'm a seasonal lover. Ooh, House of Spring. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. We gonna help you tonight. Ooh. You cannot have a seasonal lover. All right. But that's okay. That's different. If your character is a seasonal lover, like when someone is giving you good loving, they love you. Good, the old time kind of loving, they're there for you. Every day, like, woo! You wake up, there's still butterflies, and you look at the person and you give you, woo, like 90s music, good loving. And as soon as they go through a tough time, like all of a sudden, maybe they get sick, you're gone. Come on. Seasonal lovers, you cannot be in a long-term relationship with a seasonal lover. When I talk about lover, I don't just mean sex. Loving is more than sex. Loving is a whole bunch of things. Okay? Seasonal lovers, they're good for like a lover. Like a part-time lover. Someone sometimes you just need for a little bit of woo, and then you're just like, and they're gone. That's what a seasonal love is there for. It's sweet in the season, but you don't want to be bitter with them when the season is dry or it's winter and they're not there. You understand? And some of us make the mistake of getting into unconditional loving with seasonal lovers. Can I get an amen? Ooh. El Sheba says, I don't like those seasonal lovers. You got to rake them up like dead leaves. But the thing is, when the season's right, the loving's good. They listen, they care. They really care. No, they really listen and they really care. And they're really good. It's good, the loving. But when it's winter, they're gone. They're like, they're gone. They're gone. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Does anyone know what? Can I get an amen? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Amen, Ra. Can I get a yes? Yes. Can I get it? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Seasonal lovers. Now we're going into short-term lovers. Short-term lovers, they love you for the short term. Listen, short-term lovers, what's the key? They don't make commitments. You see, but that sounds like a seasonal lover. No. A seasonal lover is committed to you when the season is right. They are loyal to you when the season is right. All of these people, the reason why I'm showing you all of these kinds of traits is don't ever hate your lovers. We're breaking down the science of the different kinds of love that we're going to experience and how to put people into these categories. You never hate your lovers, but put them in their right place at the right time for the right season. You cannot rely on a seasonal lover, or you can't take a seasonal lover and put them in the unconditional box, and then they run off and leave you, and then you're bitter. Can I get an amen? Has anybody been here? Has anybody been here? Has anybody Has anybody been here? No, no, no. How many of us have put the seasonal lovers, the spring and summer lovers, into the infinity box of unconditional love, and then when they take off because it's fall and winter, we get bitter? Can I get an amen? No? No? Okay. Short-term lovers. What's the characteristic of? We're not supposed to hate our lovers. We are not, so we're doing this so we recognize the different kinds of love in our life, and we know how to put them in the right place to maximize all the love we can get. Okay? This world is becoming more and more evil, and people are becoming more and more vapid. Okay? We need all the love we can get. So we got to put the kinds of love in the right kinds of places. And you never hate any of your lovers. You just got to know the kind of loving they give. Because when we can recognize the kind of love that's in front of us, right? The kind of lovers that we have, we end up getting angry at our lovers and then getting rid of them and treating them like haters. You understand? Short-term lovers. Short-term lovers the key characteristic of short-term lovers, they don't make contracts. They're not loyal. They're in it for they say the long haul, they're in it for the short run. But they'll love you, but for a short time. They'll love you in ways that you can be loved, but it's short-term. Don't expect anything long-term. Don't expect, they may, in that short period of time they're going to love you, they'll be there for you. But when time's up, they're gone. And short-term lovers don't come back twice. Okay? Seasonal lovers come in their season. Unconditional lovers are there through thick and thin. Short-term lovers don't make a second visit. Okay, he's not the postman. Short-term lover is not UPS. He's not FedEx. He's not ringing your door a second time and leaving you a note. I'm going to love you once and I'm gone. We're taking all the love we can get. Short-term lovers don't knock twice. He's not Santa Claus. He don't deliver on Tuesdays. Short-term lovers. And the thing with short-term lovers is short, but it's sweet, and it usually lasts, and you remember them. But when they're gone, they're gone. They don't make long-term commitments, and they don't come back twice. No matter how sweet it was, no matter how good it was, no matter, you know how sometimes you had these short-term lovers and you're like, damn, come back a second time, but they're gone. Short-term lovers. And you think about them years later, and you're like, damn, that person was good to me. You know, and you were good to them, but they don't come back twice. And one of the things about this, the psychology or the science of a short-term lover is that, you know, like a rolling stone, is that they love you in that short amount of time because they want you to remember them forever like that. And you're always stuck in that one time. You know? That one time. That's okay, house. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Email me, house. Email me, okay? Email me. Email me. Don't forget to email me. Let's see if we can help you. Right? That short amount of time, right? Hold on. 1 second, let me just close out all these comments are just popping up all of a sudden. Sorry. Oh my goodness. All these comments just popped up like in the split of twinkling of an eye. You know? Okay, good. Okay, good. You know, so the short-term lover, What they love is that they love you to have that memory of them, you know? And you get older, you just see, those short-term love, you just sit back and you're like, and you just think about them, you know? You just think about them because the time was so short and they don't come back twice. And they bank on that. They bank on you just remembering that one short time you had with them. And that every time you think about that one lover, at that one short time, you always go back to this place where you're like, and you have this big childlike smile on your face, and no one knows why you're smiling and no one knows why you're laughing. We all need a short-term lover. We all need just one of them. One of them. You know, a short-term lover is like an Otis. Anybody here who's old, or older? I love Otis Redding. It's like a good Otis Redding song. You know Otis Redding? Or does anyone know Anita Baker? Or like an old Anita, or like a Whitney Houston? You know, one of those songs where they just hit all the right notes at the right time, and then it's over. And then you're just like a 2-year-old. Yeah? Right? You know, like an Otis Redding, you know, or like a Whitney Houston, or like a more like an Anita Baker, like that voice that you just like, you can't really dance to it, you can't really listen, it just puts you there. That's the short-term lover. They give you a sweet kind of love. It's not the love of a parent. It's not the love of someone that you have sex with. It's not the love of someone. They just give you just that. And but the secret to them is that they leave and they never come back. We all need that short-term lover. Right? All right. Then we have the opportunistic lovers, and they are the complete opposite of the opportunistic haters. These people are very rare to find, but they exist. These people are the ones who look for the opportunity to make you shine. They're very rare, these people. We all need one of these people in our lives because we need more love on this planet. For every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. The opportunistic lover. They look for every reason to make you shine. They look for every opportunity to make you smile. They look for every opportunity to make your day a joy. They look for opportunities to enter your life. They just look for opportunities to enter your life to make it better. And they want nothing in return. Just to see you happy. Just to see you smile. Just to see you get somewhere with your life. Makes them happy. Opportunistic lovers. The problem with these people is they're rare. They're rare. They're rare. These are the people who they work behind a boss and they love to see the people in front of them shine. It makes them feel good. They love to see you succeed and help you every opportunity that comes to you. They want to help you succeed, help you get well, help you be better. If you fall, they'll look for the opportunity to pick you up. If you're sick, they will do whatever it takes to get you better. And they want nothing in return. Opportunistic lovers. The opportunity just to love you. Opportunistic lovers. They don't want to marry you. They don't want money. They don't want anything. They see your spirit, they see your soul, and they just want to see you get something. Opportunistic lovers. Don't we need one of them? These people think about you. Exactly. Yep. There are some people like that. Yeah. There are some people who are naturally opportunistic lovers. You understand? Don't we need people like that? Looking for the opportunity. Just like there are opportunists here who look for the opportunity to destroy. There are people who look for the opportunity to make people's lives joy. And they don't want anything in return. They don't want a damn thing in return. Huh? Opportunistic lovers. Just to love your soul. And you know what? They share in your joy. One of the things about opportunistic lovers is that they're empathetic. They're empaths. They share in your joy and they feel your pain. Okay? Your success makes them feel successful, and your pain makes them feel pain. Opportunistic lovers. Don't we need an opportunistic lover who looks for the opportunity just to love us? Just to love us for no goddamn reason. And when I say love, I don't mean sex. I mean love. I mean like, let me get you that cup of coffee. You know? Wow, you look good. You look nice today. Have a beautiful day. Let me do that for you. And you're just like, ah, damn, I've been going through hell with these goddamn miserable ass perps. And then you just come out of nowhere. And you're like, and they're just like, have a beautiful day. And you're like, oh, they just tell you, you look beautiful. And you're like, my, I woke up feeling like shit. Opportunistic lovers. Don't we need some of these people? Huh? Opportunistic lovers. Let's get some of them. All right. Then we have emergency lovers. These are the people. There's something built into them that the only time they know how to love is when there's an emergency. You call them when you're happy, they'll have, nope, they're not there. Is anybody else here? Is anybody here? You call them when they're happy, they're not there. You call them when good stuff is happening in your life, they're not there. You call them when this happens, that happens, they're not there. But as soon as there's an emergency, oh, they'll be there. Oh, they're there, and they will straighten that mess up. Emergency lovers. If the fire department shows up, they will be there on the fire truck to put out the flames. If the police shows up, they know exactly what happened and knows how to deal with the police. Emergency lovers. Thank you. Emergency lovers. They're there when you need them. That's it. You got to need them. And they're there. Any other time, they're not there. You're sick in the hospital, they'll be the one to show up. You need some prayer, they'll pray for you. You're starving and have no food, they will be there because it's an emergency. They're programmed like first responders, like EMS and EMT workers, emergency lovers. They're like your guardian angels. Anything else happens in your life, beep, not a peep out of them. But God forbid, if something bad happens in your life, chwing, they're at your side and they walk you right through it. And you're like, I was happy last week and I've been calling you all last week and you didn't even show up. And as soon as something goes wrong, they're there and they're there to walk you right through it and bring you through to the next side. Emergency lovers. emergency. Some of us here in this chat room would not be alive if it wasn't for some emergency loving, some 911 kind of love, some emergency loving, emergency lovers. They're there when there's a problem. They're only there when there's a problem. And they will not leave you until the problem is resolved. And as soon as it's resolved, they're gone. Emergency lovers. Emergency lovers. They're only there when it's hard times. You know, like the seasonal lovers are there when it's good times. To balance off a seasonal lover, you need an emergency lover, baby. These are the kinds of people that are there when you're down in the dumps and no one believes in you. Oh yeah. They're like guardian angels. No one believes you. No one believes in you. Okay, the unconditional lovers are going to love you. The seasonal lovers, you know they're not there when you're in your dry season. The short-term lovers, you know it's for the short term that once and they're gone. The emergency lovers are there when there's an emergency. And sometimes what we do with emergency lovers, we want them because they're so good when it's an emergency. We want them to be unconditional lovers because we want them there all the damn time. Because when people are down with you in the dumps, that's loyalty. But some of these people are only programmed to be there when there's an emergency. And we want them to be there when, you know, I don't just want you here when it's bad. I need you here when it's good too. And what you end up doing is trying to change your emergency lover into an unconditional lover. And then you end up hating your emergency lover. We're breaking down the science of the different kinds of love. And what we do is we try to change the way we love or change how the people love us. Because we all want all these categories of love to be unconditional, there for us all the time. And no one is perfect and no one can give everything. So we got to recognize how different people love and take all of it and learn to love them back the way they want it. Emergency lovers. We gotta, when there's an emergency and they show up, you know they're gonna be with you until the crisis is over. And when the crisis is over, they're gone. Not everyone is built for unconditional love. You love unconditionally the people who show unconditional love, like your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, your grandparents. These are the kinds of people that show you unconditional love. These are the people you give unconditional love. Your seasonal lovers, you gotta give them, you love them in season. You don't hate them when the season is dry and they're gone. That's what emergency lovers are for. When seasonal people are there and they're loving you because the time is good and you're loving them and it's good and they're gone. You can't hate them because that's how they're built. You know when the season is right and they're there, you love them. When they're gone, wait till next season. When you're in your dry season, that's what you need your emergency lovers for. People love differently. And what we do is we want all these kinds of love in one package, when sometimes the universe gives it to us in different people. And you got to be able to spot it, the different kinds of love, and just take it and give it back in measure. An unconditional person, you give them unconditional love. A seasonal lover, you give them seasonal love. A short-term lover, you give them short-term love. An emergency lover, you give them emergency love. And then lastly, the scenario lovers. Scenarios. If the scenario calls for the loving, they'll give it to you. And if it doesn't, you'll be left out to dry. The scenario depends on it. Okay? And it's easy to categorize these people as like lovers in times when it's good and haters in times when it's bad. Because if the scenario is bad, you're not getting any love, honey. And some people call these people real. That's the word they use to say, oh, these people are real. Right? If the scenario is good, they love good. If the scenario is bad, you get no love. So there's a duality with these scenario lovers. They look like haters on one side and lovers on the next. So you don't know whether to love them or to hate them. You understand? The good thing with these people is that you get honesty from the scenario lovers. They'll be honest with you. And that's a kind of love that you need. You need a kind of love where people are honest with you. You understand? Because in this world, we live in a world where people want to make you look like an idiot. And very few people are willing to be honest with you. Scenario lovers are the kinds of people, if the scenario is good, you get the loving. If it's bad, you don't. They're honest people. And that's how you have to love them. You have to love them for their honesty. Sometimes they can be brutally honest. And it's like, hey, did you have to? But you gotta love them for their honesty, because it's an honesty that is rare and it's hard to find. But sometimes scenario lovers, like let's say this, if you have a boyfriend, right, or a girlfriend and the person's no good and you go to a scenario lover, now scenario, think about scenario, a scene, something's going on. This is how they love. And there's a problem in your relationship and this is the person you go to all the time. If you're having deep personal relationships, the best kinds of people to go to when you're having deep personal relationships are unconditional lovers. These are the best people because they love long term. They can see the bigger picture. If you're going to someone when you have serious relationships who are a scenario type lover, meaning if the scene is good, they love you. If the scene is bad, they don't love you. You understand? And you're going to them with deep personal issues. And you go to them constantly with deep personal issues. They're honest. They'll tell you, get rid of them. And then you look at them and you're like, well, you're a hater. Not necessarily. You see? Because they see love through a lens of what's in front of them. If what's in front of them is no good, they're not going to give it love. If what's in front of them is good, they're going to give it love and attention. Sometimes they can be seen as haters because they're too straightforward. And it gets them into trouble. You understand? You got to love the good in them. And you got to hate the bad in them. But you got to love them because they're honest. You see, unconditional lovers may not be honest with you because they just love you unconditionally. You understand? Seasonal lovers, you can't rely on them because if the season is bad, they don't see you when you're down. Okay, those are not the kind of people you need hardcore advice from. You know, short-term lovers, you can't rely on them because they hit it and split it, according to some of these rappers. Opportunistic lovers, sometimes you can get the truth from them. But they're there for opportunities to help you through stuff and to help you become stuff. So there'll be times when they'll tell you the truth. Can you go to an opportunistic lover if you're having serious problems, like in your marriage or No, you got to go to people who know how to go through shit long term. That's unconditional lovers. Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, the problems we go through is that we go to the wrong people with the wrong problem. Like you're having issues with a long-term relationship, you got to go to someone who knows unconditional love because they can see things long-term. But we go to short-term, seasonal people with long-term issues and then wonder why they give a seasonal short-term advice, which is get rid of the piece of shit. No. If you know you want a marriage that lasts, you got to go to people who know how to love unconditionally, long-term shit. Yeah. If you know you want relationships that last a long time, you got to go to people who know how to maintain relationships. But we do the opposite. We go to people who see things through a lens, scenario. If it's good, go with it. If it's bad, don't do it. Right? So those are the kinds of lovers that we have. I think we need some good lovers in our lives. So I think what we need to do, universe, send us some undercover lovers, some unconditional lovers, some short-term lovers, some seasonal lovers, some opportunistic lovers, some scenario lovers, and some emergency lovers. We need all the love we can get. We need all the love we can get. Send us these lovers. And as for our haters, expose them, because they do a lot of goddamn damage. Haters. Right? All right, guys. So I'm going to answer some questions. I'm not taking longer than 5 minutes, because this is long, 2 hours. Right? Let's see. Does anyone have any questions? No longer than 5 minutes, and then I'm off. I'm a seasonal lover. Seasonal lovers, they're not all bad people. Remember, the key word here is lover. Lover, meaning when the time is right, you love, but you just love it your season. You understand? The good thing is you're not a hater, right? So, exactly. Anyone in this mess is fighting something. So, it's kind of hard to commit when you're just fighting all this shit all the time. But the key thing is you're a lover. As long as you're not a hater, But I like, I want a little bit of everything. I want a little bit of all the kinds of lovers around me. I need to dispel some of these haters, Emergency lovers, yes, they're the best. They're the best. Because you never know when you have an emergency. And they just show up and they're just like, and you're like, what the hell? But then they're gone. You try to call them on a good day, and you're like, answer your goddamn phone. Let me tell you what's good in my life. They're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found. But they, as long as they're not a hater, accept their love. As long as they're not a hater, take their love and accept their love, right? I like to call people when things are good and to share happiness with them. But to be there when things are bad, whoa. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. But there's some people, that's spirit journey. But there are some people who are programmed to fight evil forces. Not everyone is programmed like that. There are some people who are just built and designed to go through turmoil. You understand? They're just built like that. And they're the kinds of lovers that you need when you're going through stuff. And when things are good, they're gone. Because they're just built and designed to bring people through stuff. You gotta accept them for who they are. For every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. Right? You're welcome, my dear. I still have time to talk to Papa. Hey, do what you gotta do. Right? For every lover, there's a hater. And for every hater, there's a lover. Find your lovers. And may your lovers balance out all your haters. Okay? And I wish tonight, are there any questions before I go? I wish for tonight that everyone who is a lover on my live stream, all you haters could kick rocks, eat dust, jump in a lake, and bite sand. But to my lover, I just don't have time for haters and miserable people. I really don't. But for my lovers, all the people on this live stream tonight, exactly, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this. Like I said, all the haters who are watching and listening, kick rocks, bite the dust, jump in a lake, eat sand. I'm trying to do like this. Eat sand. Okay? But to those of you in this program tonight, we need lovers. We need lovers. We need lovers. Let's call in some undercover lovers. Let's call in some seasonal lovers. Short-term lovers, opportunistic lovers, lovers who love us when there's a scenario and they'll tell us the truth when there's not, and some emergency lovers. We need lovers, 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 lovers. We need all kinds of loving, especially when you go through this programmed hate program where they program people to hate you and people can't even see they're being programmed to hate you and they don't even know why. We need lovers, 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 and to enemies, to haters, kick rocks, to enemies, bite the dust, to enemies, eat sand, and to our enemies, jump in a goddamn lake. Okay? May we all have some beautiful lovers tonight. May we have sweet dreams. May we have memories when things were good. Times past when we had beautiful people in our lives before we came in contact with these cheetah hoodies and the hateration and the envy. Just think about times past when we had some good lovers, people who just made us like, yeah, right? Yeah. Okay? So, guys, I guess there are no questions. Let me get off. Okay, so you guys are welcome. This was fun. You are more than welcome. Okay? Do your talking tonight. Send up your prayers. May you be blessed. Love those who love you. Show no love to those who don't love you. Be loyal to those who are loyal to you. Show no loyalty to those who are not loyal to you. Show kindness to those who need it. Withhold your kindness from evil people. Bless those who need a blessing. Bless those who deserve a blessing. Withhold your blessings from those who don't deserve it. Show love to those who need it. Show love to those who love you. Do not show love to those who hate you. Forgive those who deserve it. Forgive those who earn it. Do not show forgiveness to those who don't deserve it. Do not show forgiveness to those who have not earned it. Okay? Advance those who advance you. Do not advance people who don't advance you. Uplift those who uplift you. Do not uplift those who don't uplift you. Okay? Make beautiful those who make you beautiful. Compliment those who compliment you. Do not compliment people who don't compliment you. Bless those who bless you. Do not bless those who don't bless you. Speak highly of those who speak highly of you. Do not speak highly of people who don't speak highly of you. Matter of fact, curse them. If they curse you, curse them. Yes. If people utter curses out of their mouth, do not let those curses stand. Destroy it and send it back. Because you deserve to have peace. You deserve to have love. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have health in your body. You deserve to be loved by people. Love those who love you. Do not love people who don't love you. Be kind to those who are kind to you. Do not be kind to people who are not kind to you. Respect those who respect you. Do not respect people who don't respect you. Give them what they give you. Peace out. Love you. Take care of yourself. Okay? And may the universe send us all kinds of lovers. Love you. Let's see if this live stream comes off.